Think before you react. Written by Deepankar Shom. Published in the year 2014. A few months back, I was coming from Rourkela by Geetanjali Express and got accommodation in an AC compartment. The co-passengers were quite friendly except one middle-aged gentleman sitting in front of me. I gave a courteous smile but didn't get a response. He was looking grave. Two other passengers were quite aged and got upper berths. One of them requested me to exchange his upper berth with my lower berth. I nodded. On behalf of the other old person, I requested that gentleman to compromise his privileged berth, but he refused. After dinner, we all went to sleep and I concentrated on a book by switching on reading light. That grave man asked me to switch off the light as that was causing disturbance in his sleep. I did accordingly and tried to sleep. Only after 15 minutes, suddenly, I could hear some peculiar snoring sound with different pitches generated by that gentleman. I couldn't sleep properly for the whole night. In the morning, I told him, "Your snoring sound is very unusual. You may consult some physician." The gentleman replied harshly, "Don't address me and mind your own business." I got down at Nagpur and came to office. While I was taking tea, one gentleman entered my cabin. Both of us were surprised to see each other. He was none other than that grave gentleman whom I met in the train. In fact, he came to me for his personal work, taking reference from a person known to me. Hesitantly, he took his seat. I made the atmosphere a bit cozy and some courteous talk. This time he was not looking grave, rather amiable. While taking tea with him, I went down the memory lane. I moved to my high school days in late 70s. One incident that got faded with the passage of time became vivid in my memory. We three friends were nominated from village school to participate in a recitation competition. Unlike today, it had considerable weightage and recognition during those days. We boarded a local train to reach the town. Being excited, we discussed amongst ourselves with high volume about the competition. One of our old co-passengers, wearing dhoti and kurta with thick glasses, asked us about the competition. He wanted to give us some tips voluntarily. Looking at his appearance, we preferred to ignore him and changed our seats. We attended the competition and to our utter surprise, we saw that the old man whom we had ignored in the train was the chief judge. We got nervous and could not even perform properly on that day. What a similarity between two situations. In both cases, the person who was ignored initially became important afterwards. The gentleman finished his tea by that time. After a few minutes of initial hesitation, he disclosed his purpose of visit. I tried to help him out as best as possible. Indeed, sometimes We may apparently feel that some people may not be required in our walk of life and there is no need to take them into account. Sometimes those whom we ignore appear before us as men of substance with the course of time. None of the ideas, none of the individuals, or none of the concepts shall be rejected, as they could be proved valuable at any point of time in our life. We all are dependent on each other, irrespective of caste, creed, religion, and race. Thank you very much.